Okay, Minerals Income and Investment Fund. Have you taken the oath? Has the oath been administered to you? You haven't? Okay, then let them take the oath, please. But I thought you would. Okay, all those under Ministry of Finance who are going to speak to these, please get up and then they will administer the oath. So we are starting with MIF and then all the others who will answer questions, please. We have National Insurance Commission. Are you here? What about venture capital? Did you guys take national lotteries? Are you here? They have taken it. Okay, so then is venture capital. What about Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund? Are you here?
Right. They are supposed to be under Ministry of Finance.
Okay, clerk, administer the oath, please.
No, financial intelligence and internal.
Hey, we have also Internal Audit Agency and then Financial Intelligence Center.
I
Martin Ajay,
swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Okay, Honorable Minister, Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund is not here, and Internal Audit Agency is not here. Oh, it's here. But what about Financial Intelligence Center? Oh, you are here. Did you take part in the oath? Okay, and which one? National Insurance Commission. Are they here? Minister, it means when we call them, you may have to come back with them.
Mr. Chairman, please, for my education, are you inviting those who do not have infractions to also appear?
Anybody whose name is in the book.
Okay.
Yes. You see, what we are doing is also looking at the financial performance. Yes. Okay, now let's go to Minerals Income Investment Fund. And we'll start with Honorable Akwesi Kunedu with the financials.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Chairman, we'll start with the statement of our financial performance. First on the item that I would like us to have a consideration of is your gold trade income. That is the first line item on that table. For 2022, you recorded 0 there. But in 2023, there was about 8 million Ghana cedis. What accounted for that? That you had a 0 in 2022, but in 2023, you had 8 million Ghana cedis as a income coming from gold trade.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. For 2022, then the gold trade has not started with MIF. So in 2023, MIF piloted with some aggregators. And the aggregators were 5. No, the aggregators were 3. Then in 2024, increased to 5. And this is what accounted for the 8 million in there recorded.
You seem to have also sharply reduced in your mineral royalties. Why? From 129 to 64. Is it that there are some that are still in arrears to be collected? Or it's just that portions of wherever you may have been receiving from has been off-let to go?
Thank you. In 2023, the mineral royalties came in, but there were some that were in arrears, which, of course, the auditors picked those up, and those has also been collected. However, the collection as at that time was what was recorded in there, but as we speak now, the figures has changed and it has even improved. Thank you.
Oh, okay. What constitutes other income for MIF?
What constitutes other income for MIF is we have the investment wing, as well as any other that would come in for us. So with the investment wing, it constitutes other income. We also have the equity, but however, we have not started having anything coming in at all. So that is what accounts in there.
I asked that, but if you say you have investment wing, on the statement of financial performance, you have investment income separate from other incomes. Investment income was 69 in 2022 and increased to 198, so that is different. So in the other income, there was none for the previous year, that is 2022. But in 2023, that was 44 million. That is why I asked that specifically. So if you talk about the investment when contributing to that, the figures don't speak to that. So if you can elaborate for us.
Right. In the financials as well, there's reference to the exchange gains over the period. So over the period, those exchange gains were placed under income. So that is what is recorded in there.
No, that was the exchange gains. Okay, so that is why in 2023 you don't have any exchange losses in there. So all of that was an exchange gain. Wow. And goods and services. The more you receive, the more you spend. The minister told me when you are receiving, it means you ought to be spending. So probably you just have to live it that way. But you are reducing in your current ratio. It means you are accumulating a lot of liability as against your current assets. So I think you probably ought to be watching that so that you don't fall into the trap of non-liquidity. So whatever you are accumulating in terms of liability, try as much as possible. Or if you need to increase your current assets, that will be fine, so that at least you would have that. Chairman, with that,
Very
I
well
think
noted, please. Thank you.
their financials are okay.
All right, thank you very much. Madam, we have to, if I could, I forgot about this. You need to introduce yourself. So you'll be identified on air, and then Hansard also will do that. So if you could please introduce yourself.
Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, my name is Justina Nelson, CEO, Acting CEO of Minerals Income Investment Fund.
Mr. Chairman, my name is...
Speak through the microphone. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, my name is David Ewa Mensah, Acting Chief Finance Officer of Minerals Income Investment Fund.
Mr. Chairman, please, my name is Martin Ajay, Director Internal Audit.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Teresa Jesse Entry. I'm the head of procurement at Minerals Income Investment Fund.
Good afternoon. My name is Louisa Kweku, head of legal, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you. Now that you've introduced yourself, what about the unpaid royalties of 29 million? You were to recover that.
Yes, Mr. Chair. As we stand now, those monies have been recovered. We gave a schedule out in 2024, 2025, and the auditors can confirm, the bank statement as well can also confirm that those royalties have been collected.
Auditors, could you confirm, please?
Honorable Chair, we can confirm that those royalties have been collected. the total amount of 29,225,770.74. Thank you.
Okay, the next infraction is on paragraph 461, is unaccounted payment of 39,043 cedis.
Honorable Chair, the recommendation was for us to be able to produce the voucher for it and the receipts in respect of what was purchased. So that has also been submitted to the auditors, and they can confirm that they have received a voucher for it. So I'm sure the auditors can do.
All right, then, auditors, do you have all that you need from them on this infraction, unaccounted payment?
Yes, Honorable Chair, the payment has been fully accounted for.
Great. The next infraction is on paragraph 265, and Honorable Alaji Bawa will take care of that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The said infraction on paragraph 465 relates to advance payment above the 15% of the contract sum. And the auditors noted that in 2023, you awarded a contract to Commodity Monitor Limited for the supply of deployment and installation of a free mercury gold processing plant. And the contract sum was 5,421,900 Ghana cedis. No, dollars, US dollars. So, statutorily, mobilization is normally 15%, but you paid mobilization of, and that would have amounted to 813,285 United States dollars. But you paid an amount of $3,795,330 dollars, representing 70% of the contract sum. So clearly, this is a procurement breach. Do you have any explanations to them? But I know it didn't occur during your time.
Honorable Chair, very well noted. It didn't occur. However, we know this is a clear breach of the regulation, the PFM regulation 113. However, this was a single source that was awarded, and there was an advance payment guarantee, as stated, 70%, as well as a performance bond that was taken. However, the contract was executed to the fullest, and the equipment were supplied. The recommendations of the auditors we've taken very seriously, because we needed to strengthen internal control measures in. So what we have done is to be able to have trainings in there to abreast ourselves with what is expected to be done. Secondly, we have also instituted the compliance department and the full-fledged of a RICS department in the fund to assist us, and then also with amendment of the PFM Act as well, we are also expected to submit our procurement plan to the Ministry of Finance, that is our mother body, to be able to look at it. So this put in place in the fund, this will not be repeated to the committee. We can confidently say that.
Madam CEO, so are you telling us that what's the practice now? I mean, are you now strictly going by the PFM Act?
Yes, sir, we are.
But the recommendation of the auditors was that those officers concerned should be sanctioned. So, I don't know, Chairman, even though the project has been fully completed and the contractor has supplied the equipment as in the contract. So, I don't know what the chairman will say, whether we still go by the recommendation of the Auditor General or you pardon them.
Auditors, was this contract fulfilled?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
And the system is working okay?
Honorable Chair, we can be able to confirm that in our subsequent audit.
Okay, so please do that. And if it's not working properly, we'll apply the sanctions. If it's working properly, I will tell them to go and sin no more. The next infraction is on paragraph 472, and Honorable Enim will take care of that one.
Thank you, Chair. Chairman, this infraction has to do with procurement breaches again. The auditors noted that management used the RFQ method to procure 2 lots of goods valued at a total of 359,359.88 instead of using the national competitive tendering method. This approach was inappropriate as the procurement values of both transactions exceeded 100,000 approval threshold for the head of entity under the PPA. The auditor's recommendation was that, one, you should always adhere to provisions within the Procurement Act. Then the second recommendation is to the effect that you have to apply the sanctions under Section 92 of the PPA Act. Has these sanctions been applied yet? And then again, I would want to know from management whether you have stopped going through these illegal procurement processes, methods. Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. We can say that we have stopped the illegal procurements, and we recently even published, upon approval from Ministry of Finance, in the national tendering in the dailies for us to adhere to what is expected of us. But we took the note of the recommendations of the auditors. So what we've done is we've written to the officers in charge, and we can provide the letters where they need be. They have some responses have come in, we will also provide. And because we are a fund and we cannot administer any sanctions yet, we have written to the AG to give us guidance on what to do.
Chair, I think management has complied to the recommendation as stated by the auditors. So.
All right, let's go ahead.
Madam CEO, the first one, the auditors said the machine is working. I think you said that. And the first performance you got was for the performance of the contract, the supply of the equipment. So once the equipment have been supplied, it means that that performance is not needed anymore. But what about warranty? You have warranty on the product. Well, the auditors will be coming back to check whether the machines are working effectively or they are performing what they are supposed to do. What I'm asking is that, do you have a warranty on the product?
All right. Mr. Chair, what we have done, every machine, of course, that is purchased would come with some warranties. But we have also, just like I answered, strengthen the internal controls in. So the internal auditor has also traveled to the field to also check to see, and there are pictures and reports that he has brought back before even the external auditors come in to even check, so that at every step of the way we are monitoring. And that is what we have instituted in the fund.
public procurement, paragraph 477 on qualified suppliers. About 2-3 years ago, PPA brought a directive that if you want to do business with a government institution, you must register with that agency, the PPA. So the auditors are saying that when they were doing the review of your operations, they found that 3 companies were in your books. In other words, you dealt with them like you gave them contracts, but they were not registered with PPA. The first one was for purchase of MIF corporate souvenirs. The amount was 169,335, and the second one for branded item for mining NDABA, and the third one amounting to 436,156 Ghana cedi. So the recommendation was that your officers involved with sanction under Section 92 of Act 663 as amended. So what have you done so far about it?
Honorable Chair, we admit that per the recommendations of the auditors, this is in contravention of the PPA Section 14(1) and 2 of the PPA Act. What we've done is in same with what I earlier on answered in the 4th infraction. So we have done that, and they are also part of the letters that we have written so that we can be giving clarity on which sanctions that is supposed to apply to them. However, we also wrote to the officers as well to give clarity. We have also regularized with some of the documents, and so we provided some documents in the subsequent to the auditors, but we would ensure that they get the full documents that is expected.
Auditors also spoke about tax and Senate clearance certificates that were not provided. So have you dealt with that one as well?
Those ones are yet to be submitted. We have the GRA and we have the others, which the certificate of incorporation to commence business and all others. We have ensured that they bring those copies to us, so we will supply it to the auditors, please.
So for education purpose, you know that every procurement you do, those that are coming, they must have a valid Senate or tax clearance, written your name on it, not general one. GRA have stopped using that one. No, don't accept those for general purpose. If it's coming to MIF, it should be specific, please, so that they will go and pay the tax. Thank you.
Very well noted, please.
I'm done. The sanction, the CEO has explained that they haven't sanctioned anybody yet. So, Chairman, I will yield to you to give a ruling. Thank you.
You see, they said in their capacity they cannot. And they've written to AG. So the AG is going to reply to them. Yes. And if the AG doesn't do it, then I will do it. Ah. All right. Okay. Madam Abna Osaya-Sari has a public interest question, right?
Not necessarily. It's not a public interest question, but I must say that I'm really impressed with your answers. You came well prepared. I'm not commending you because you're a woman. I'm commending you because you are competent. You came very well prepared. You know, she quoted the sections. She knew what she had done, what she hadn't done, and what she couldn't do in her capacity. I mean, she went to the next stage of making sure she gives it the relevant bodies to have it done. So I think on this note, I'd like to commend you and then ask that, how do I put it? Ask that you run the company, MIF, with that same mindset, that same competency. And I believe that already you are making profits, but you can do more to support the minister constructs the bypass in my constituency and all the other things that all Ghanaians also need to make their life better. On page 102, I see the supply, deployment, and installation of mercury-free gold processing equipment. Were you engaged in the gold trade program? And if you were, can you give me some updates on it, please?
Madam Chair, thank you very much for the commendation. We were engaged in the gold trade, and that was the reason why those machines were procured. However, we know with the piloting of the aggregators, 5 aggregators were used for the pilots, and some monies were coming in. But with government regulation and with the coming of the gold board, we needed to be in our mandates, which was given to us by our mother body. So we now have to look at the royalties coming in, ensure that those royalties are given to the state or collected with Mincom and GRA. So that is exactly what is being done. We decided that those aggregators will be ceded off to Gold Board because they are the mother body for them to be able to get the gold coming in and all. And so that has been done. We've written to the aggregators. Those contracts that we were given to them, where we had some negotiations with them to be able to transition them nicely to Gold Board. So we are still in the transition stage, but we stopped the gold trade altogether.
Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best and God's blessings as well.
Thank you very much, Madam
Is that you? Yes, Honorable Hinkwa.
Chairman, thank you. I want to take you back on your financial performance. When you look at the expenditure column, 2022, the expenditure was 14 million, and 2023, it jumped with a sharp increase to 29 million. I heard my colleague saying you were earning more, so you were spending more. But to me, I don't think that should be the trajectory. Can you let us know what went into that sharp increase? Ghanaians are watching.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. But the expenditure in looking at the general administrative expenses, there are a few things that run through it that formed the expenditure. But thank you for bringing it. We are watching the expenditures as well, and you subsequently, I'm sure that you will not see that again. What really went into it were a few things. That is the training, the conferences, because it's a mining fund. So we needed to go out to be able to get that visibility and also woo people in, and a few things as well. Thank you.
Last question. I think that one. Madam patted you on your shoulders that you have done well, you've shown competency. That is true. But I want to know, at your workplace, what is your working relationship with your subordinates?
Thank you very much. I have a very good working relationship with my subordinates, and they are here to testify sometimes when a female comes to the political terrain, there are a few things that it goes round and all those things. Of course, it makes you stronger, and if you're able to handle it well, it also gives you some capacity to be able to do much more. So those were, yes, I admit that there were some social media things that were taken, but of course that has been addressed, and anyone at all who needs information can come to the fund to verify for themselves, because these are the old stuff still in here. Thank you.
Madam, you are discharged. Now let's go to National Development Planning Commission. Are you here? Okay, what about National Insurance Commission? What about venture capital? No, venture. Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Cristiano Tute, Acting Deputy CEO of Venture Capital Trust Fund.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Alex Owusu Champong, the Head of Investment for Venture Capital Trust Fund.
Venture capital, let's see here. Yours is not an infraction. We are going to review your financial performance. The Honorable Seaman will take care of that.
Thank you very much, Chair. Venture capital. So we saw, as I said, according to your financial statement of financial performance, other income from Ministry of Finance for 2023 was 0. In 2022, you got 4,500,000. What accounted for that? Did you have to apply? What accounted for that?
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Venture Capital Trust Fund is actually recapitalized by Ministry of Finance and some donations. So we don't really have any dedicated source of funding. So as to when the ministry is ready, they are able to give us what they have. So as at that time, that is what happened. But we've spoken to the current ministry or the minister, and they are very receptive to our plight. So we hope that a lot of things will change as soon as possible. The resetting that the president is talking about was to come down to venture capital as soon as possible, with the help of the minister around us. Thank you.
There was a huge dip in other income. 2022 was 29 million, 834,759. But in 2023, it was just 354,409. What accounted for that other income? Down by 51%. That's huge.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. In 2022, like my Deputy CEO said, the Venture Capital Trust Fund was recapitalized through the Ghana Economic Transformational Project, the GETP. And the funds that venture capital received came in the form of US dollars, foreign currency. And so the 29 you see there, a chunk of it, about 95%, is exchange gains from the dollars we received through the project. Thank you.
Impairment receivables, 2023, 2,264,293, as against 847. That's huge. Any explanation, please?
Mr. Chairman, can you please repeat the values whilst I...
Impairment of receivables, 2023, 2,264,293. That's 2023, and 2022 was 847,490. Coming to talking about expenditure, the expenditure column.
Oh, okay.
And in terms of percentage, it was 167.2%.
Mr. Chairman, I think this has occurred in the era where almost all of us were not there, but we have taken good note, say that we will really correct whatever went wrong. We will take a good clue from what you are saying. Thank you very much.
Now let's come to your statement of financial position, your balance sheet. There's a dip in your ratio, 58.3.1. No, that actually increased, which is good. Your current liabilities have decreased, which is good. Your current assets increased. Non-current assets also increased, which is good. That's fine. Keep it up. That's all I'll say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and former colleagues.
All right. Venture capital, you are discharged. Now, national lotteries, are you here? Have you taken the oath, please? All right. So you please introduce yourself to the committee.
Chair, my name is Mohammed Abdul Salam, Acting Director General.
I'm Dr. Martin Ameniampon, Director for Finance.
We'll start with your financial performance, and Honorable Frankie Aboa will take care of that one, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And National Lotteries, I'm starting with the financial performance. If you look at the first line, the income, Lotto intake reduced by was reduced by 7.3% from 177 million to 164 million. But before you answer that one, I just want to understand something. If we go to your financial direct operating expense, it's also reduced by 7.3%, the same percentage. Is there any correlation between the two? Let me understand that one first before we proceed, please.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Chair. Yes, indeed, our intake do have to deal with the public on our behalf, since the law doesn't allow the NLA to deal with the public. When they buy the credit from us, they sell to the public, and when they sell, they get commission. And their commissions are based on the amount of sales they will make in a month. Again, we have technical service providers, that they are the interface between the NLA and that of the LMCs. They provide technical services to ensure that when sales are being made through the purchase of the credit for them, we also pay them. Then we have wins, Lotto wins. Largely, we mostly budget for 50% of wins because we cannot determine people's win. So with regards to the commission, the more you sell, the more we pay them commission. So certainly we have direct relationship with
That's
that
fine,
of the
it's fine. Thank you
direct
very much.
operation
I've
expenses
understood
and the
it.
intake.
It's fine, don't worry, I've understood it.
Okay,
I'm
sir.
seeing miscellaneous income. That also increased from 129 million to 137 million. First of all, what's the component of that miscellaneous income?
Okay, thank you, Chair. The miscellaneous income is as that of other income, and under that we do have several forms of other income, and we've categorized them to other income. i.e. is that of the licenses we give you to the private lotto operators and the collaborators out there. So as our intake, the direct operation NL is going down, then the miscellaneous income, i.e. monies from the PLOs and co, is also compensating the dip in that of the operating income as a result of the weaknesses in our POS machines and their obsolescence. So the miscellaneous income, we have the collaborators income, the licensing fee, royalties, rent. We have some spaces that we've given out to other people on our compound, especially those who provide the technical services. They also give us some income. So all these are categorized and named as miscellaneous income. Thank you, Chair.
You made a surplus of 2.7 with an improvement of 6.2 over the previous year. So well done, that's okay.
Thank you.
Let's move to your financial position. I'm seeing your current ratio. Even though 2022 one wasn't too good, in 2023 it went down from 0.9 to 1 to 0.6 to 1. And since you are in finance, you understand what that means.
Yes, sir.
There's a possibility that you may not be able to meet your current financial obligations, or
Yeah.
short-term financial obligations. So what are you doing about it?
Yeah, since the assumption of the current Director General, in fact, much effort has been made to settle these short-term obligations. You know, sometimes some of the obligations may be materialized drawing close to the end of the year. They need to be transferred or deferred to the current year. And when he came, most of our short-term obligations have been honored, i.e. GRA, SNET, most of them, and currently we are busy. Thank you.
This one goes to the Director General. I just want you to be candid. The KGL contract that you have, in your own opinion, your candid opinion, is it beneficial to the state or not?
Thank you very much. To answer this question, my position is that the state can gain a lot more from the contract. So there's every reason for it to be renegotiated to bring in more benefit to the state.
Sorry. It's giving more revenue. Okay, it's because I'm looking at selling and distribution. It also went down by 22%. So what are you doing about that one?
Well, currently we have some equipments that are tagged as being obsolete. They have outlived their useful term. So we are arranging to get new POS machines. We are in arrangement with Fidelity Bank to deploy about 5,000 new terminals for the purpose of improving on intake and our sales out there. We believe that in the coming year, that will significantly improve on our operations.
Last one, my last one. Look at your lotto intake, the income in respect of lotto intake, that went down by 7.3%. What are you doing about it? Because if you look at the illegal lotto operators, what plans have you put in place to ensure that you get all the revenue you want to get?
Thank you very much. Currently, the structure that the PLOs are operating under, it is making it difficult for us to deal with the illegal operators, because these are operators prior to their onboarding were equally operating on the illegal side, some of them. Now, having licensed them, there are people who also operate within the space who are not legalized. So we have entered some arrangement, which we are still seeking to get clarity from the Attorney General, with a coalition of Lotto Writers Association of Ghana, to have all the writers under the registered PLOs registered and be given some form of a sticker, so that when we go out there to participate in the game, we identify the legitimate ones by this sticker. When our enforcement agencies also go out, they are able to use these smart devices to scan on the stickers to confirm whether those people are legitimate or not. Once that is done, I believe that it will help the NLA in weeding out some of these illegal operators. There are areas that the NLA has no presence also, and those areas have become fertile grounds for these illegal operators. So with the onboarding of more POS machines, as we weed out the illegal operators, we make available these machines for people to have the opportunity of participating. Thank you.
Validity of a license to an operator, is it 1 year or more than a year?
Well, according to the regulations, licensing should be renewed annually.
Annually, okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Chairman, thank you very much.
All right, the next, infractions will start from paragraph 535, and Honorable Elekplem will take care of that one.
Thank you, Chair. This is management issues, unremitted withholding taxes. How come you've been able to deduct withholding taxes totaling 1,445,825 from various suppliers and vendors, but you did not remit same to Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Indeed, as at that time, the reason given was due to cash flow. But as I speak with you, all these payments, all these unremitted monies have been paid. And the second one, with regards to 2023, out of the 3.2, we've paid 1.7, and we've gone to GRA to negotiate for payment plan, and we are accordingly going by the payment plan. For 2022, all have been remitted, all have been paid, and 2023 left with 1.5, and we are paid, and we have evidences of payments, and the payment plan agreed with GRA. They are all here, and receipts of payment to that effect from GRA. Thank you.
Thank you. Can the auditors confirm what he has just put up? Thank you.
Honorable Chair, the amount of 1,445,826 cedis has been remitted to the GRA fully. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm done. They said it has all been paid.
It's all been paid.
2023, 1.7 has been paid, left with 1.5, for which we have gone to terms with GRA, and we are paying every month. But for 2022, all has been paid.
Chairman, thank you very much. A quick follow-up on that. You said the reason that was given was as a reason of cash flow.
Yeah, cash flow.
In 2023 and 2022.
Yes.
But if you look at your statement of financial performance, you recorded surpluses in there. So why couldn't you pay? You had surplus of over 2.7. So why couldn't you pay that amount that you withheld to GRA rather than say it was because of cash flow? Because this shows clearly that you weren't cash strapped for you not to be able to pay at that time. So the reason of cash flow for me sounds a bit facile for me.
Yeah, Honorable Chair, respectfully, as I said, that was the reason given then. But currently, we've settled everything, so respectfully.
I said you are still in negotiation with the GRA to pay some differences that you've not paid.
No, the current administration, the debt, you see, as an administrator, you inherit both assets and liabilities. So now the new administrator and the finance department went to GRA for negotiation, and we have paid the 2022 all, although the reason then was due to cash issues. But now we've paid all, and the 2023 own, we've paid 1.7 out of 3.2. And left with 1.5, and we are still paying. Even this month, even last week, we've paid. So now what we are doing is that we pay the old debt and pay the current one as well. And the agreement is up to 2026, then we finish paying all the outstandings. Thank you.
Sir, let's slow down.
Okay.
You owe taxes. You have withheld taxes of 1.4 million. Was that money yours?
No, sir.
Was it part of your revenue?
No, sir.
Where was the money supposed to go?
I've gone to the government, sir.
Have you paid the money?
Yes, sir.
What about 2023?
We've paid 1.7, left with 1.5, sir.
You paid how much?
1.7 out of 3.2, left with 1.5, and we are still paying, sir.
You collected the taxes, right?
Yes, sir.
And that money wasn't yours?
Yes, sir.
Why couldn't you give it straight to GRA?
Yes, sir.
Why couldn't you do that? You deducted it from workers and other people, right?
No, this is withholding, sir.
Huh?
This is withholding, sir. But we are still
withholdings from the wings?
No, not wings, sir. Suppliers, contractors, sir.
Contractors?
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you pay to GRA?
Chairman, Mr. Chairman, I am very happy about this exercise and the situation where we withhold taxes from vendors, suppliers, and others and fail to pay promptly. Flouts our laws, and it is important that our agencies sit up and pay to GRA promptly when they withhold. However, the explanation he is giving is that subsequent to the auditors flagging this, the current administration has taken steps to pay all those legacy debt, withholding tax that were due. And they've been able to clear that of 2022 and have paid part of what was due for 2023. And so what they are doing currently is that monthly, they pay what is due in that month and defray part of the outstanding debt. So they have gone to GRA to enter into an arrangement for them to be able to clear all those outstanding debt. But I'm very happy that you are taking this exercise, and it should go as a lesson to all withholding agents that when you withhold taxes, they are not yours. You have to remit them promptly. You have to pay them promptly to the Revenue Authority. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. So do we owe anything in 2024? Yes, sir, 2024.
As at now, no, sir.
I'm sorry?
We don't. 2025.
I'm talking about 2024.
2024, we don't owe, sir.
But you owed in 2022, which you paid. 2023, you've paid part of it. 2024, you sure you don't owe any taxes?
No, sir.
How is that possible?
No, but that's
when did you come to office?
Mr. Chair, I'm told it's possible, and others are saying it's not possible. So I don't know which of the possibles we are referring to. However, I think it's possible. He just needs to tell us how, what he has done to ensure that. Are you listening? Honorable witness, are you listening? You see, Honorable Abina says it's possible. I'm also saying it's not possible. But she's the chair. So I want to go with her. That
Honorable,
it is
just to
possible.
correct you, Honorable, I'm the chair right now.
My apologies, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Chair.
Mr. Chairman, respectfully, we'll have to
Honorable
verify.
Minister, can I land?
No, I want to respond to that.
May I land? May I land? I'm on the floor, respectfully. Thank you. So he says that they are not owing. Now, we agree that that is possible, but could he tell us what he has done to ensure that that issue of withholding is expeditiously paid to GRA such that you don't have that liability? Tell us what you've done, and we may commend you for it. If you haven't done so too, please don't tell us untruth if you haven't done that.
Mr. Chairman, he would respond to the part that requires the assurance or what they are doing differently now. But I want to say that we do not have the 2024 audited accounts with us here. What we were invited for were on 2022 and 2023. So we don't want to say for certainty what we are not sure about. We can verify the withholding tax situation for 2024 and revert to you. But on the part of what they are doing currently, I would want him to respond to. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Let's go to the next one. The infraction is on paragraph 540, and Honorable Alex will take care of that one.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That shows
I'm not there yet.
That shows I'm a member of Parliament.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this has to do with unremitted withholding taxes amounting to 3,284,008 cedis. Management deducted the withholding tax, totaling such amount from payments to various suppliers and vendors from goods, services, works, rent, but has failed to remit same to the GRA. The auditors saw this and they have recommended that you make sure you pay that withholding tax back to GRA and proof with evidence. Can I get the evidence now?
Mr. Chairman, I think this question my Director of Finance has already given a response to. But if it is the evidence, we have it here.
Can the auditors prove it? Let them verify.
Honorable Chair, per our verification, they had paid 1,420,975.71. But they have indeed indicated to us that they have made further payments. So we have asked that they provide the documents to us to confirm.
Okay, so.
Mr. CEO, the further payment that you have made, in addition to the 1 million plus, is it up to the 3 million plus?
Not exactly. We have made payments amounting to about 1.7 million out of the 3 million plus. But we have structured arrangement with GRE to pay all the arrears over time. And we are continuously paying month in, month out.
From the chairman, does that money belong to you?
It does not.
So what measures are you putting in place to forestall such a situation in the very near future?
Mr. Chairman, respectfully, that is why we have taken the steps to ensure that not only are we paying the arrears, but we are constantly paying what is due currently.
Mr. Chairman, yes, they are not only paying the money, but they are also making sure that henceforth they will pay as and when they deduct.
Thank you. I mean, the law is for you to pay within 15 days, right? 15 days. All right, so Honorable question.
Chairman, thank you. Chairman, I would like to seek for some clarity and guidance with the assistance of the auditors. Auditors, we are looking at two different infractions. The first one appears on paragraph 535, and the second one also appears on paragraph 540. Both are in respect of unremitted withhold taxes. The first one is 1,445,826. The other one on paragraph 540 is for 3,284,008 Ghana cedis. From the discussions and the conversation, all rested on the 3 million. That is why they said they've paid about 1.7 with a remainder of about 1.2 that they are negotiating with the auditors, with the GRA. That was for when we were having the discussion. So must I take it that the first infraction with the tall list of individuals here is inclusive of the table and type of tax as under services, where we have 2.5 million, such that then the figure would rise above the 3.2 if it's not inclusive to about 5 million. But if it's inclusive, then it will still remain the second infraction that you stated under paragraph 540, and 535 will not hold.
Honorable Chair, the first one, paragraph 535, with the amount of 1,445,000, that has been fully remitted to the GRA. It's in respect of 2022. Then you have the 3.284, which is also a separate infraction on unremitted taxes. That is what we indicated, that out of that, per the last verification we did, they had paid 1,420,975.71. But they have indeed indicated to us that further payments have been made, raising the entire amount to 1.7 million. So we would have to confirm the additional payment that they have made.
Now there's the clarity on it. So it means the 1 million has fully been retired.
Yes.
Then we move on to the 3 million. That did not come directly from them. They kept addressing the 3 million instead of also addressing the 1.4. So now there's clarity on that. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, I'm happy there is clarity, but they did explain that the same sin was committed in 2022 and repeated in 2023. The 2022 infraction related to the same infraction was the 1.4. That one, they said they've paid in full. But when it comes to 2023 infraction on the same subject, they have paid part and are in an arrangement with GRA to pay the rest. So the confusion is the same because it's the same infraction. Thank you.
So I just want to ask the account and the finance office, the seniors, are they still there?
Honorable Chair, no, they are not there. Yes, Honorable Chair.
Thank you.
Okay, National Lotteries, you are discharged. Now
Thank
let's
you,
go
Honorable
Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. They are not here. What about Internal Audit Agency? Could you please introduce yourself to the committee?
Mr. Chair, please, good afternoon. My name is Thomas Ni Ashale Thompson Ayi. I'm the Acting Director General of the Internal Audit Agency.
Honorable, my name is Bismarck Abobi Aite. I'm the Deputy Director General, acting, in charge of Finance, Administration, and Support Services. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We are Internal Audit Agency. We'll be looking at your financial performance, and that's what we have. And Honorable Shirley Chair will take care of that one.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Looking at your financial statement, you recorded a deficit of 652,114 Ghana cedis, as compared to the previous year when you had a surplus of over 2 million. Could you let us know how this came about?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The deficit recorded in 2023 was mainly due to shortfalls in GOG subventions, as they released in 2023. In 2022, the agency received CAPEX release of 3080285, which contributed to the higher income level and surplus recorded that year. However, no such release was received in 2023. Additionally, while the conference fees contributed significantly to other incomes in 2022, in 2023, the annual conference was solely sponsored by the GIZ, and the GIZ did everything at their office. The agency did not receive any monies from GIZ, neither were there any expenditure at the end of the agency. Consequently, the agency could not record the full sponsorship inflows due to the absence of supporting documentation from the GIZ. Despite the revenue shortfalls, I may say that the agency really maintained a prudent expenditure management measures, resulting in a reduction of 19.8 in the total expenditure as compared to 2022.
Thank you. So, looking at your statement of financial performance, your other income has also declined. You had over 3 million in 2022, but in 2023 you only had 1 million, just a little over 1 million. What constitutes your other income?
The other income at the level of the agency has to do with IGF in connection with trainings and then conference that we normally organize as a flagship program. In 2022, when we met the Finance Committee of Parliament, we were directed that we must obtain some form of a backing in terms of having we identify under the Retention Act. So we're asked to stop collecting fees with regard to trainings and the conferences, of which we did in 2024. So definitely in 2023, we did not get any IGF out of our conferences and trainings.
Okay. So your goods and services, it also increased in 2023. So if you didn't receive your subvention, but your goods and services increased, why did you increase your goods and services that year?
In 2023, please let's look at it again. In 2023,
Madam Chair, can you please repeat the question? I think I didn't get it clearly.
So the question is, you rely on government subvention, and I don't know why you would spend what you don't have. You didn't get your subventions in 2023, yet
Yes.
you increased your goods and services, and I'm asking why you took that decision.
So the goods and services are basically released by, at that time, we're under the office of the president. It's basically released at the level of the office of the president. In 2022, we had an increase in the income basically because of the revenue of IGF that we collected. In 2023, it was basically the goods and services that came in without the IGF. Yes. 2022, it's expenditure.
You know, I'm still not clear on your answer. Can you come again? Because your IGF that you are referring to, I don't know if you've looked at the figures. You had 800 in 2022. You had 896.197, but you went to 1.4 in 2023. If you are referring to IGF, I don't know what you mean by that.
Madam Chair, I think the honorable member is looking at expenditure. The 896,000 was what they spent in 2022, and they increased the expenditure to 1.4 million in 20. So you want to know why they increased the expenditure even though they did not have enough. Thank you.
So, Chairman, it basically has to do with the fact that we're using the accrual approach. So expenses that came in were accrued. So when we please get into the balance sheet, you realize that we have accrued expenses just to cover that. So it wasn't actual expenditure that came in. It has to do with the accrual method that we were using.
Sir, please, in the accrual method, what happened?
We accrued the expenses.
Isn't it the same thing? It's the same thing. You are just using a terminology. It's the same thing. You spent. So don't hide, under the accrual method. You spent. You spent money you didn't have. And then you accrued and you used the ensuing year's revenue to pay for it. Isn't that the case? Is that not the case? If it's not, just say it's not. If it is, you say it is. And don't hide under terminology, accrual method. But what she's saying is right. You accrued, and then when you, in the ensuing year, you used the money to pay. And that's how come your goods and services went up. Please, is that not the case?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So give her the reason why. She's asking why it's gone up. Maybe you did A, B, and C different from what you did in 2022. That's what she wants.
Are you done?
I'm not done. He's not responded, so I'm waiting for his response to continue.
Madam, please. Honorable, please.
Please. Please.
So, we are very mindful of the section 25 of the PFM Act, that we must not spend more than the cash releases. And I'm sure it should be part of the discussion now. We received the subventions and then we spent, and I'm sure it has to do with expenses we have made that we will be accruing in the following year.
Okay, so your income also decreased by 41.2%. Can you tell the committee what you are doing to generate more IGF? Because you can't rely on government alone. So can you let us know what you are doing for you to be able to get other income apart from relying on government subvention?
So like I stated earlier, we weren't factored into the Retention Act. So we applied and then it was approved and Parliament actually granted us the retention. So currently we have been included in the Retention Act, of which we use our conferences and training programs to supplement the GOGs that we received.
So I've looked at your statement of financial position and your current ratio, even though it's declined, the auditors think that you are still capable of meeting your short-term financial obligations. Is that a case?
Yes, madam.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Internal Audit Agency. I'm sure you are the supervisors of all the internal auditors in the country. And you are trying to use accounting terms to, I don't want to say deceive, but I don't want to say, I'm saying reluctantly.
They are tricking us.
So let's go back to the expenditure column, the financial performance. I'm seeing compensation of employees. Even though there's a marginal, it declined marginally. Have your staff, some of them resigned, or have you laid some of them off, or what? What accounted for that?
I'm very happy that this question has been asked. The condition of service for internal auditors, and for that matter, the Internal Audit Agency, should be looked at again. As we speak, the staff at the level of the Internal Audit Agency are on the low of the single spine salary structure. And if you are supervising institutions and the staff doing that are on low of the single spine salary structure, we need to take a second look at it. As and when, like Professor Pesawai said, because we interface with other institutions, when your staff moved to another institution, then the institution will grab the staff because you can't afford. As I speak with you, Parliament has also poached the staff of the Internal Audit Agency. Yes, staff will move on, but we expect that when the condition of service is good, you'll be able to maintain your staff because there's enough training and capacity building we are giving to staff, and government is spending much on that. As we speak, we have just 51 staff at the level of the Internal Audit Agency, yet we are supervising over 369 institutions. How pleased that we look at the condition of service again.
Minister, I think you are right here, and you've heard. But I remember we began something, and we wanted them to go through their law to make that happen, and they refused. They packaged some conditions of service and brought to us, but at that time, we felt, one, it should be unique to them, so you don't open it up for other agencies that want to be out of the single spine to also use that same route, because they are unique and they offer unique services. So then they should come under their law, and they just did not want to do it. So, Minister, I'm sure you've heard him, and I know you do the needful. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. But because this response came from SIGA and also from them, I just want to explain something, and you understand this better, that normally when staff leave an institution, they don't have the authority to automatically replace them. They need financial clearance to do so. And sometimes it takes quite some time to be able to get a clearance for them to replace staff. So when there is that attrition, you see that it takes time for the replacement for the salary, the compensation to come at par with what happened in the previous years. So we are reviewing the staff requirements for many of these agencies. They've brought their requirements for the need to replace and also in some cases recruit additional staff. And once that rationalization is done properly, we'll grant financial clearance and then they'll be able to recruit. And so that is why mid-year, when maybe staff leave or some retire, you see that it kind of reflects in the global sum for compensation. Thank you, Chairman.
Madam, you used the phrase that we did something with internal audit agency. That we, what we are you describing? Was it Parliament? Was it public
accounts? Thank you very much. The reason why you are sitting and chairing this is because in the previous government, I was part of it. So when I say we, I believe you really understand that I was at the Ministry of Finance. And you heard the minister also say that you will understand I was at the Ministry of Finance and we worked together with them. And that is what I mean by we. Thank you. Minister, thank you, but you didn't address the second one, the conditions of service.
Yes, Madam Chair, that is also something that the Fair Wages and Salary Commission is working on. And as you said, when you grant something to one agency, you have to be careful that it does not spark demands from other agencies. Some agencies have their peculiar working condition that require some sort of remuneration, but in all these, you have to situate it in the whole salary architecture so that it does not create an impression that one agency is being given preferential treatment, and it doesn't also lead to agitation that will put a lot of pressure on government. And so these things will be looked at holistically. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, Internal Audit Agency, you are discharged. Now, I'm calling Financial Intelligence Center. Are you here? Madam, did you take the oath? Yes. Okay. Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Sorry. I'm Pearl Kobina from FIC.
Pearl, are you alone?
Yes, please.
Oh, why? You're a Lone Ranger, eh? Lone Ranger.
No. Actually, I didn't know we would be called.
Oh, you didn't know you?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Please.
Okay. But your minister is here, so I mean, you are in safe hands, and the Evergreen Chief Director.
Thank you, Chair. FIC, we'll start with your financial performance before we move on to the financial position. I'll start off with your revenue. Can you run us through what constitutes your revenue?
Hello, sir. So it's basically from Ministry of Finance, that's GOG. Yes,
exactly, because I see here that for 2023, there was a decrease in government subvention by almost about 38%. So I'm wondering how you were able to deal with your goods and services and all the other expenditures with that reduction. Do you know why there was that reduction?
Yes, please, because of the decrease in government subvention.
Was there a particular reason for that?
No.
Minister can help you on that. Because for 2022, you had 5.8, then 2023, 3.5. So that was very significant. So, yeah, if there was a particular reason for that.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, I suspect that it was probably because of the performance of revenue. I do not know exactly why the allocation to them, the release to them went down. We'll have to look into the budget and see if the allocation, the budgetary allocation even went up. But sometimes there is disparity between budget allocation and actual releases. And it depends on compelling issues and what the Ministry of Finance feel they should channel the meager resources to. But I want to say that apart from government subvention, it has come to our attention that FIC, they get other revenues.
That's where I'm going to come to,
Okay.
but then we can leave it at that.
Okay, they get other revenues. And so if a finance minister realizes that they are getting so much from another source other than, then you may want to cut down a little on this if they are able to utilize what they receive to perform their functions. Thank you.
Honorable Deputy, why worry yourself? On this table, you don't suspect. Your former is here. You just could have traded seats with her to answer for you so you don't suspect. And you are worrying yourself. She's here.
Minister, as for trading seats, I don't want that to happen in the next 20, 30 years. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then to the next revenue line, which Minister talked about, the other income. It went up by about 2.4%. Do you know what constitutes the other income for FIC?
Yes, please. We had support from GRA.
Okay, that's well understood. Then for compensation, I think there is a similar trend here, just as internal audit. I want to know why there was that small decline in compensation of employees. Was it due to employee turnover or what?
Yes, we had some of our people resigning.
Goods and services, you did good on that. There was a reduction this time around. But then the overall bottom line was a decline in your surplus by almost about 37%. But that is explained by the reduction in government subvention. Yeah, so we go on to the financial position. Over here, I see you have huge current assets. 2022, you had similar. 2023, you had similar. 2023 was even an increase from 6.9 to about 7.5. What is your cash management system there? Is it that you are keeping all these monies in your bank account and not using them? What are you using these cash for?
So as I mentioned, we had support from GRA. Then we were acquiring a software which we've not fully paid for.
Madam, that is a non-current asset. I'm talking about your current asset. Because,
okay.
Yes. I know you acquired a software that increased your non-current asset, but I'm talking about your current asset because for 2 consistent years, you have a lot of balances in there. That's what I want to understand.
So those were inflows from Bank of Ghana. Oh. The cash balances.
No. I asked about cash management, okay? You have a lot of money sitting in your bank account. As an institution, what do you use it for? Is it that it's underutilized? Because there are several things you can do with your cash balances. And you cannot have a lot of money sitting in your bank account when you are an institution that needs more revenue. Okay, so that's...
Mr. Chairman, that is a very good question. And sometimes it also depends on when they receive those funds. Sometimes they get support from GRA, and because of the nature of their work, they get some significant support from the Bank of Ghana. Sometimes, the Bank of Ghana will require them to do some financial intelligence work for them, and they will support them. And because of the audit cycle, sometimes they receive these funds and then auditors are here to audit and they check. So it is difficult to check some of these things. I agree with you. They should not be having a lot of funds sitting in their accounts. That is why we want to implement the Treasury single account properly and sweep accounts for agencies that don't have use for their monies. Because we cannot have money sitting in a lot of accounts when government needs money to work. But that is on a different subject. So, Chairman, thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. So that explains why your current ratio for both years, for 2022, 7.6 to 1, then 2023, 8.5 to 1. And what, as Minister said, we'll need to look at ways of helping these institutions improve, because you cannot have, so the current ratio, at least 2 to 1 is fine, but then to go over 7 and 8, I think that we just need to apply some cash management strategies that would help build these institutions. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Financial Intelligence Center. You are discharged. Now, let's call Cocoa Board.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, have you taken the oath already? Okay, could you, Clerk, if you could, but where is your CEO?
Mr. Chairman, they called me that they are currently out of their jurisdiction for a board meeting for one of their subsidiaries, so they are not available.
Sir, which subsidiary of Cocoa Board holds meetings out of the jurisdiction?
CMC UK. UK, yes. So they are in London. Thank you.
I, Daniel Jaba, swear by the Almighty God, that the evidence I shall give before this committee, touching the matter in issue, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Okay, please introduce yourself to the committee, please.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. My name is Daniel Jaban, Acting Director of Finance.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. My name is Michael Nyama, Acting Director of Audit.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
My name is Dr. Isaac Mune, Acting Director, Research, Monitoring and Evaluation.
Okay, your infraction is on paragraph 797. Honorable Alaji Bawa will take care of that one, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Cocoa Board, your infraction relates to an earned salary. 2 staff of yours, of the Cocoa Health and Extension, during the year under review were paid an earned salary totaling 25,716.37 Ghana cedis. And there's a table here. You have one Maxwell Amwaku-Fojo, an assistant technical officer who vacated post and was paid an earned salary of 15,820, and another Stephen Andura, also an assistant technical officer who resigned from Cocoa Board, technical officer who resigned from Cocoa Board, was also paid an earned salary of 9,895.68 Ghana cedis, totaling 25,716. So the recommendation was that you should recover these unearned salaries from the affected former staff, failing which the total amount should be recovered from the head of HR and same paid into the Auditor General's recoveries account at the Bank of Ghana. Can you tell us the status of this recommendation of the Auditor General?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, we are happy to indicate that the audit recommendations have been carried out. The amounts have been recovered and paid accordingly. And we have shown the documents to the auditors.
Auditor General, can you confirm?
Honorable Chair, we can confirm that the amount has been fully recovered.
Mr. Chairman, the amount has been paid.
Thank you very much. Cocoa Board, you are discharged.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Are we also discharged?
Yes, Honorable
Thank
Minister. Thank you so much for coming in.
Honorable Minister, you appear again on the 4th. We sent that letter, and in that subsequent appearance, you have to come with National Insurance Commission, National Development Planning Commission, and the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. So respectfully communicated to you. Thank you.
Which agency is left now? I'm sorry?
Last is there. The authorities are there.
Thank you very much. And the other agencies that are here, unfortunately, your ministers are not here. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources was here, but he says for some reason he's had to go and attend to other equally important things. On Friday, we are meeting Ministry of Environment. The minister also is the acting Minister for Environment. So on Friday, we'll take the Lands Commission and all the others who couldn't, who we couldn't take today. And Ministry of Agric, we are also meeting you on the the performance audits. And so you come, the grains and legumes and irrigation will come with them, with your ministers. The reason why we ask for ministers is that there are some that has to do with the principal spending officer, and then some that has also to do with the policy makers. And the ministers or deputy ministers have that opportunity, and so we should allow them to come. And so on this note, we'd like to bring today's meeting to an end and thank everybody who made it possible for us to do this. Thank you.
GTV, the authentic and trusted voice of Ghana.
This is Cooking with Game Changers, and I am your host, Daniel Etin Effiong. I hope you're ready as I am. Cooking with Game Changers! Meet the judges. Am I a burger? Dr. Cafe, Captain Toba. Let's meet our resident chef, Chef Rotimi. Game Changers, are you ready? Let's get cooking! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ultimate game changer is
In Touch is a life-transforming biblical series that touches on in-depth lessons about the life of Jesus Christ, leadership, life's principles. This program is brought to you by Charles Stanley, founder of In Touch Ministries USA. Watch In Touch on GTV this and every Sunday at 8 a.m.
Meet Kwame. He's not just any Kwame. He's Kwame the TV license legend. Kwame knows that by paying his TV license, he's supporting GBC, our public service broadcaster, and he's making a real difference. Kwame's contribution helps bring our communities closer together. Because of Kwame and others like him, we will all have access to amazing TV programs, educational content, plus broadcasting infrastructures are maintained and our culture is beautifully promoted. So GBC is asking all to respond to this civic obligation and pay your TV license fee. For individuals, it's 3 CDs per month or 36 CDs per year. If you have multiple sets, meaning 2 or more in your household, it's 60 CDs per year. For commercial institutions, it's your number of TV sets by 36 CDs per year, and you pay the invoiced amount directly to GBC. So let's all take a moment to appreciate Kwame, the TV license legend. Wherever you are, just dial *447*333# and follow the prompt. It's your civic duty, so pay your TV license today. GBC, the authentic and trusted voice of Ghana.
My daughter has many dreams, and I wanted to live to see them all. Cervical cancer can take them away, but it doesn't have to be the case. From 7th to 11th October 2025, the safe and free HPV vaccine will be available to all girls aged 9 to 14. Join parents nationwide to protect our girls from cervical cancer. One small step today can protect her for a lifetime.
This message is brought to you by the Ghana Health Service and partners.